Let the person who's never been angry cast the very first stone. Well, I guess all of us have been angry at some point in our lives. But at what intensity? Is it starting to hurt us? Our relationships, perhaps? Or maybe our careers? If it is, then it's time for you to watch this video. Hi, I'm Irene of Aging Younger, and today's video is episode 8 of Opening Inwards, and it's entitled How to Transform Your Anger into Positive Energy. Come on! Not all anger are of the same intensity. There are 50 shades of anger. Okay, maybe I just enjoyed saying that, but it's not actually 50. See if you can identify with any one of these and determine how you can address the issue.
A couple is celebrating their anniversary by having a quiet dinner at home where the wife prepared all of her husband's favorite dishes. The husband starts a conversation by talking about his very hectic day at work. After several minutes, he asks her innocently what she's been busy with that day. Suddenly, she furiously shouts, "What do you mean? What have I been doing the whole day?" She stands up, throws her utensils violently, thereby breaking the dinner plate, walks out and locks herself inside her bedroom. People with explosive anger issues can't seem to help themselves from knee-jerk reaction to trigger points. Usually, the trigger is something insignificant, but ultimately broke the camel's back. This can happen if negative pent-up feelings have been bottled up inside for quite some time. In this case, the wife kept absorbing all these repressed emotions, never articulating them to her husband, until inevitably she went ballistic during their anniversary. The solution is articulation of the irritation when it occurs before it gets over-amplified through time. This can be done when both parties are calm and objective. If the person is habitually irritated by little things, hence doesn't want to be annoying by talking about it all the time, then she can write them down with a solution on how these frustrations can be addressed. She can summarize her solutions and discuss this with her partner to get his inputs as well. Observing her anger like a third party can also help. As soon as the anger erupts, she can conjure exaggerated and even comic pictures of her anger in her mind and attach a balloon to that thought. Picture letting go of the image with that big balloon. Breathe deeply and just wait a few minutes. The philosopher Seneca said, and I quote, "No one keeps himself waiting, and yet the greatest cure for anger is to wait, so that the initial passion it engenders may lie down, and the fog that shrouds the mind may subside or become less thick." A man is driving to work, and someone is driving slowly in front of him. He angrily overtakes the guy and flips a finger at him with matching expletive. He arrives at the office and is furious that someone has taken his favorite parking spot. He gets his morning cup of coffee and is irritated that the office has run out of creamer. He's annoyed with his boss for giving him a last-minute task before the board meeting. At the lunchroom, he indignantly talks about the miserable political situation, the deteriorating economy, and how utterly inept and stupid everyone has been. This guy is habitually annoyed with every little thing that occurs in his life, if it's not in accordance with the standards that he has set for himself. This person feels that his norms and values are always right. Since every person is unique and will act in his own way, then even the most innocuous stimulus will trigger this person into apoplectic rage. Anger is temporary insanity. Anger enslaves you. It can't be slowed down because it has a forward impetus. Anger vindicates its own presence. Anger is infectious and can spread through a group, especially when you start demonizing people in parties. This person needs to look at the bigger picture and change the stories that he tells himself. He can ask himself this question: if I die tomorrow, will all of this matter? Will they still be issues even after I die? Shouldn't I just be enjoying my day today instead of wasting it getting angry with everything and everyone? If I'm given only today, then I should give as much love as I can so I don't depart from this earth with such a heavy heart. Okay, I'm afraid I'm guilty of this next shade of anger. My staff submitted a report which I thought was below par. Instead of guiding her on how she can improve it, I asked her in exasperation, "Didn't you come from an expensive, exclusive school? Did you really graduate at all? Or was that a bluff?" Poor girl. She left my office in tears. Here's another one. My unlicensed contractor made a mistake causing damage to the wall. I angrily snapped at him. "Haven't you been doing this only for the last 10 years? Is common sense not so common at all?" Just thinking about these experiences make me cringe. I don't know who gave me the right to be sarcastic and have the audacity to act so high and mighty. Do you know that sarcasm literally means to strip off the flesh, from the Greek word sarcasmus? Well, in the Chinese calendar, I was born in the year of the dog, but I didn't know I was such a vicious, foaming in the mouth kind of mad dog. Admittedly, I'm still a work in progress. Hence, I'm sharing this opening inward series in the hopes that someone out there can learn from my mistakes. The high and mighty, belittling attitudes emanate from standards not being met and frustration over time, efforts, and resources wasted. The enraged person thinks she is successful in controlling her perceived to be justified anger by not unleashing a violent, full-on verbal confrontation, but instead using icy words that might as well be laced with cyanide. Since the infuriation originates from unmet standards, we ask ourselves, whose standards? Ours? If yes, then expecting everyone to deliver in accordance to our own standards is tantamount to judging people who don't deliver. If our objective is to improve the quality of work and not to demean, then we need to have assertive conversations with the people involved by starting on a positive note, stating the current problem, working on a solution together, and end with positive resolutions that will be undertaken by both parties. I think many parents are guilty of this shade of anger. You've been asking your kid to clean his room and organize his closet every day for several days now, and nothing is happening. One day, you decided that you've had enough regarding this issue and decided to just shut up and freeze him out. When he asks you something, you maintain your silence and pretend that he's not even there. It confuses him and begs you to tell him what's wrong. Or maybe he goes away and the silent treatment goes unresolved for several days. Passive-aggressive behavior is a form of passive hostility where the person indirectly expresses negative feelings. The solution is openly addressing the root cause of the problem with the person involved and articulating how you feel and how the concern has been affecting you. If after a conversation, you find that the appropriate action to settle the dispute can be resolved at an agreed date, then be patient and wait. If the other party expresses valid reasons why this can't be acted upon, then compromise. Or if you understand that this can't be resolved at all, then just look at the bigger picture. Remember that your love for him is bigger than the issue. Among the many shades of anger that I am most wary about is the veiled, everything's okay on the outside kind of anger, whereby the wrathful person smiles sweetly at you but is secretly plotting her ultimate revenge upon you. This person is vindictive and won't stop until she has extracted that thoughtfully planned retaliation where it can hurt you the most. It has become an obsession. For people in this category, remember Mark Twain's quote, "Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything in which it is poured." In conclusion, you don't always have to be right. Things don't necessarily have to go your way, no matter how hard you've been working to achieve or maintain that value. Otherwise, that's your ego power taking over. Don't get attached to your ideas. Accept that people will always have their own set of values, so don't judge. Don't take things personally, even to those who directly attack your ideas. It's not about you, it's about them. Be curious and ask yourself, I wonder why this person is behaving this way. Laugh it off and give yourself adult timeouts like massage, yoga, or exercise to transform that angry energy into positive energy. Lastly, consider Aristotle's quote, "Anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy."
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel and put your comments below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to the other episodes in this series in the description below. Okay, I'll see you later.